Thank you for the reminder. So just to reiterate, there are two, just for the recording, there are two main programming paradigms: object-oriented programming and functional programming. Object-oriented programming has been around for a long time, and 80 to 90% of the time, whatever organization you go to, they'll probably be using an OOP language. Python's an OOP language. Ruby is an OOP language. More often than not, you'll be working using an OOP programming paradigm or programming style. Where functional programming is more recent and has kind of taken off because, one, it's faster. The execution time of functional programming is just generally faster, as well as like Node.js is a functional programming language, not functional programming language, but it's generally it's a functional. You'll more often than not use since Node.js is JavaScript, and JavaScript generally typically you're writing functions, not necessarily classes. It's generally a functional programming that you'll be using with that. But again, most of the time you'll be using object-oriented programming. And the difference, OOP generally keeps track of state, where functional programming, the function doesn't have any reference of any data outside of the function. It only cares about what's within the scope of that function. It doesn't care what else is going on out there in the program. So OOP review, we've got an account, such as working at account at JP Morgan Chase, or I have an account at USAA, and we're talking about some attributes associated with that account. We have an account name, we have a current balance. I heard account number, account number. Okay. Is there anything else?
Yeah, they probably have something like social security number, birthday stuff, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that would be associated with an account specific. I don't even know if name might be, name might be, but like the social security number of a person.
Date creation?
Yeah, we can have the creation date. I think current balance, account number. I think that's good for right now. And name. Yeah, let's just keep that good for right now. So what are some main functionality that you can do with an account? So like, what are some methods that you can have on an account?
Drawing money or?
Yep, you can withdraw money. All right.
Get balance.
You can get balance, or get balance. So you can check the current balance, or you can withdraw. What else can you do?
Deposit.
Transfer.
Deposit. Yeah, you can even transfer, perhaps, between accounts. So in that case, you need additional, like it would be another account object. I think that's good for right now. So if I wanted to create a new account class account, and so say I go on to USAA, I click create an account, I type in some information, I deposit some money, and right as that account is being created, what happens right when that account is created? What's the first method that is invoked?
The init.
Exactly, the def dunder init. So somewhere in their code base is literally probably an account class that has self, maybe has a name, current balance, and account number. And I can do self.name equals name. Again, this is just a local variable right here, and I'm assigning it to an instance variable so I can have access to it throughout the rest of my account instance. Current balance equals current balance. And I can say account number as well. All right. So if I had a Tom account, and I want to create a new account class or account instance. Say Tom, current balance, say $100, and the account number. I don't know how account numbers are made. I'm sure it's just like randomly. Is there a way I can randomly create a? How long are account numbers? Does anybody know?
About 9 digits long.
Account numbers.
Math.random.
I would just not pass it into the initializer and have the initializer take care of it.
That's a good idea. So, so instead of passing that, we'll just do that in here. So you say 9 characters or something?
Rounding numbers are 9. Account numbers are up to 17.
Okay. Well, let's just say it's 9. So let's create a random number Python. Does anybody know how to do math.random? How to create a random number.
Don't you have to import random?
I'm sure I do. I'm also like to turn 5 digits.
Should be like random.radiant.
Here we go. So input random rand int. Okay, it looks like it's something like this. So if I want to at the very top, and if rand int creates a random integer between and again, I only want current balance in there. So inside of here, I'll do rand int. What is that? How many digits is that? 7, 8, something like that. So this rand int should generate a random number of 8 digits long between this number and that number. So if I do print Tom account dot account number, it's clear. List everything out. I can do Python OOP. Cool. I've got a random account number between that. And now if I keep doing that, it's going to create like another random account, which is fine. Whatever. All right. So we've got name, current balance, account number. I can also make sure that the name and current balance are also being printed off. There we go. Here's the account number. Here's the Tom and 100. Now, if I wanted to create one of these methods right here, so I can do get balance, def get balance, takes in the self keyword, and it just returns return f string current balance is self dot current balance. So I can do print Tom account dot get balance, clear, print that. So the current balance is 100. 100 what? I can say like $100. So again, I initialized a new account, passed in not the name, the current balance, assigning the name and current balance to instance variables. On line 17, I'm creating an account number by generating a random number between, whatever this is. What is it? 10 million and 999,999,999. And then I'm creating an account number with that. And I've got an instance method called getBalance that prints the current balance of this account. So if I do that, current balance is 100. If I created a new account, Anchor account, Anchor's rolling deep, and print his current balance, I should get 2 different. There we go. Current balance is 100, current balance is 1,000. So the Tom account object knows something about itself. It's storing that data. It's persistent. I can use that throughout. Once I have an instance created, I can use that throughout the entire program. So the data is persistent throughout the program. What else? I can create, let's do deposit and withdrawal. So def deposit. I can self as well as amount. And now I can do self.current balance plus equals amount. So I can get the balance there. And now I can do Tom account. So right here, I initialize it. I get the balance, should be 100, Tom account. I'm going to deposit $50. And now I come over here and I do get balance again. And I clear the terminal. I can. So initially my current balance is $100. Now it's $150. Likewise with withdraw, draw amount, current balance minus amount. And if I did that, instead of deposit, I withdraw. So withdraw $25, clear that, run that file. Initially, my initial balance is $100. I deposit $150. I withdraw $25. So again, this object knows information about itself throughout the program. If I go over to OOP, and if I wanted to convert pretty much all of this into OOP or into functional programming, so I can initially I need to create an account for Tom, so I can say Tom account. Actually, yeah, Tom account needs to be an object with a name. Let's say Tom current balance. What is it? 100. Account number. I don't know what that account number is. Let's just create one randomly, like so. There we go. I'm just going to print Tom account. Come down here, clear it. Instead of running Python OOP, I'm going to run Python functional programming. I just want to make sure this Tom account object is created. Python functional programming. There we go. We have Tom's account that's created. Now, if I wanted to get the balance of Tom's account, I can run def get balance. But in here, where get balance, I need to actually pass in like an account object or some account information. And in here, I can return account object, current balance. Clear. And now if I actually wanted to invoke get balance, Tom account, come down here. Oh, I need to print that. There we go. I get 100. Now, if I wanted to deposit an account, I can run def deposit, but I need two arguments here, or two parameters, account object, as well as the amount. And now I can do like account object dot current balance plus equals amount. And then I just want to return the account object. And now in here, if I wanted to print, oh, I'm just gonna bring that down here. Print deposit, Tom account, and deposit, what, $50 again? Print that. So clear. Oh, what just happened? Oh, yeah. So notice now I'm just literally returning the entire account object again, but with the current balance as 150. Same thing with withdrawal. Draw. Do the same thing. Clear down here. Oh, what happened? Withdraw minus equals.
Put deposit for the second one.
Oh,
Print
thank
deposit
you.
for line 20.
Withdraw. There we go. So if I run OOP, let's run that. I got 100. And then pretty much the same thing, $100, $100, 150, 150, 125, 125. Now the difference between OOP is that I'm executing the deposit function on the object, the Tom account object. Whereas in functional programming, I'm passing the object into the deposit function or deposit method. And let's actually see the execution time between how fast these execute. Import. Time not start. So if I wanted to do import time, let's just do like the deposit. So I can do time or now equals time dot start. And print time dot now minus, I think it's just start. Is that right? Does anybody know? Time
Looks good to me.
method in Python, start, end. There we go. So start time dot time. Okay, there we go. Time. Oh. So let's see if this clear. Just want to see if this works. So if I run the OOP, look how long it took. Was that 9, 7, 2, 1, 2, 9. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And let's just do, what is it? Get balance or deposit. Start equals time dot time and print time dot time, invoking it minus start. So if I do OOP, 2 seconds. Well, that one took a little bit longer. What happened? That's weird. Are they the same?
The first time you ran the functional, it was a little slower, but now they're the same.
I wonder. That's weird. I wonder if there's like something else. There we go. Typically speaking, functional programming is substantially quicker. So I'm doing OOP right there. Oh, you can kind of see. So yeah. OP. So this is to the -6. This is to the -7. Is that right?
Right. The bigger negative exponent is faster.
Faster, right? That's weird. Anyway, I don't know if it's because I just totally. Typically speaking, functional program is substantially faster than by about, at least usually when I do this, it's about like 30% quicker. But I wonder if there's something going on in my machine that's slowing it down. But
Because it's less line of code, or is there a
Nope.
particular reason?
no, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I know for simple lines of code, sometimes the compilers themselves like will alter how they're reading it, so it's like makes it more efficient. So I wonder if that's what it's doing on
Yeah.
the OOP side.
Might be. But again, just quick difference is that where I'm executing like the deposit function on the object, on the Tom account object, whereas in functional programming, it doesn't know anything outside of what's going on in here. It's only within the scope of here. So I need to pass in whatever account into the deposit method and change it in there. And then once it's done executing, it doesn't know anything else. Like this deposit method, it doesn't know anything about the Tom account function. Whereas here, when I deposit it and I wanted to print Tom account dot get balance, it still knows what the balance is. Whereas in here, it doesn't. I'd have to pass in the object again and extract the account balance from the object. But, all right.
When you need to assign the deposit statement to Tom account afterwards,
I'm sorry. So assign.
in functional programming line 23, isn't that going to not update Tom account?
It does update Tom account because deposit, I'm doing the plus equals. So it's taking that account object and updating it and returning the Tom account.
Okay, so it's not a copy of the object in the function, it's the actual object?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see, Tom account. So you can test that here. Oh, yeah. So right there, I'm updating it.
That's really weird coming from other languages.
Yep.
All right. So that's just a little bit difference between OOP and functional program. There isn't a right way or a wrong way, whichever one you use. But just know that OOP is very popular, and more often than not, you're going to see that when it comes to like back-end code and all of that. But functional programming typically has quicker execution time.